Cardinals, and you're watching the Fifth Down on WBKB. Let's go!
Welcome to Week 3 of the Fifth Down. I'm Loris Liska.
And I'm Mike Akachonis. Our featured game of the week is Posen versus Onaway.
Boom! Both teams are in red and they are defeated, and it's going to be a battle of speed between the 8-man teams. The Onaway Cardinals flew out of the tunnel, but they had a slower start. Second down, Posen ball on the 20. Mark Wisniewski takes the handoff, shakes off 2 defenders, spins off another, and fights his way just south of the 10. Same drive, Sam Brunette bulldozes his way past the end zone for the early 6-0 lead. Next drive, though, Posen's Wisniewski finds some room outside, lowers his shoulders, and powers his way in for a Viking touchdown. 2-point conversion is good for the 14-0 lead. But we've got the second quarter. The Cardinals have had enough. Gavin Fenstermaker hands off to Dawson Hilliker, who makes some moves, gets daylight, and dances his way to the end zone. Onaway is down 14-8, and these fans love it. Cardinals again. Fumble! Recovered by Posen's Ian Hinska. And let's show you the very next play. Brunette, oh man, he finds a gap. And he's off to the races for a 40-yard Posen touchdown. Vikings go up 26-8. The Cardinals claw back in the second half, but it's too late. Posen tops Onaway 32-20 for the first time since 2015. After the game, Vikings head coach Greg Peach was impressed with his team's performance.
Our kids just played with a lot of heart tonight, and I'm just really proud of them. They stepped up, and Onaway, cut it to touchdown, and our kids just sucked it up and gutted it out, and we were able to finish the ball game.
Here's another Friday night football score. The Atlanta Huskies get their first win of the season against St. Helton Charlton Heston 39-22. That's revenge after losing week 1 to the Patriots 38-20. Aaron Kazor led the team on offense, and Ethan Byrne contributed 3 interceptions.
Alpena hasn't gotten off to a 2-0 start since 2004. Tonight, they squared off against their first division opponent, the Gaylord, Blue Devils. In the first quarter and Gaylord's first possession, Ryan Stefanski calls his own number and goes to the races. Kelly Stark gets there just a little too late, and the Blue Devils go up 7-0. The Wildcats battled back on their next possession. Logan Guthrie gets the call on the 3-yard line. Demetrius Miller tries to wrap him up, but Guthrie charges through. Wildcats fail on their 2-point attempt and still trail 7-6 in the first. Now in the second, Stefanski takes the snap on the option play. He opts to keep it himself and runs in for a 13-yard touchdown. The touchdown puts Gaylord up 17-6. Folks, it seems like I have a special talent for having the ball thrown at me. Stefanski out of the gun heaves it toward the sideline, and it's reeled in by Jacob Cleaver. He gets 1 foot in bounds, and the catch counts. That catch sets up another Gaylord touchdown. Alpena would rally back in the second half, but it wasn't enough. Alpena suffers their first loss of the season and fall to the Blue Devils 31-22. And we had a pair of shutouts tonight. Joburg gets their second win of the season, 42-0. Logan Finnerty had 3 catches for 68 yards and rushed for another 74. Did I mention he also scored 2 touchdowns? The Rogers City Hurons continued their strong defensive season and shut out Mayo 54-0.
Just like a lot of our Friday night football games, we have a Michael Jackson Thriller performance by the Onaway Cardinals Marching Band. Our next matchup is a North Star League battle between the Whittemore-Prescott Cardinals and Tawas Braves. The Cardinals haven't lost to the Braves since 2008, but this year Tawas is 1 win ahead of Whittemore, so who is still looking for their first victory? We've got a packed house for this one, but first quarter, Tawas' Logan Fisk gets the pigskin and out-hustles the defense, giving the Braves a 7-0 lead. And Cardinals, they fight back. Tanner Harrison lets this one soar to Tony Mark for the wide open touchdown. Whittemore takes the 8-7 lead. Let's go second quarter. Cardinals again. This time give it to senior Ridge Shooty. Faster than a flash of lightning. That kid's going places all the way home for a 64-yard touchdown. Cardinals lead 14-7. Tawas, they have an answer. Chase Callahan on the far side says, "You can't catch me," and he scores, tying this one up at 14-all. What a great game. We had a back and forth battle in this one, but the Braves hang on for the 41-34 victory over the Cardinals, getting their first win against Whittemore-Prescott in over a decade. Now here's our only score from Thursday night. The Oscoda Owls topped the Alcona Tigers 55-8. The Owls playmakers of the game were Jacob Condor and Braden Malik. Condor led the defense with 10 tackles and open holes for the run game, and Malik threw for 162 yards and 2 touchdowns, completing 6 of 7 passes.
Hillman's first season of 8-man football has gone above and beyond expectations this season. The Tigers traveled to Hale to try and keep their undefeated season intact. Hillman's defense was on display tonight as Wyatt Berry gets the sack here in the third quarter. Hale refused to go down without a fight, though. Corey Sauceda buys time and floats one right into Beatty's chest. He would end up just short of the end zone. You see, his knee went down just before the line then, and then on the very next play, Sauceda calls his own number and marches in for Hale's lone score on the night. Hale still behind 42-6. Still in the third now, Caleb Sanders. He takes the handoff from Corey Hennigan and handles the rest. Sanders goes 60 yards for the touchdown. Sanders ran for 108 yards and scored 2 touchdowns. The famous Hennigan to Melligan connection was once again on display as the two connected for 2 touchdowns. Hillman runs away with this one and remains undefeated. They win 58-6.
Now, Mike, you've outpicked me the first 2 weeks of the season.
And you know, Larissa, last week came down to a coin flip since I previewed both Hillman and Atlanta in the preseason.
And for this week's Game of the Week matchup, I previewed both Onaway and Posen. So let's see who won this toss-up.
And after 2 straight wins, could I make it 3 in a row?
No, I can't believe it. How can you get so lucky?
I guess it's just better to be lucky than good.
Take a look at our Fifth Down sponsors.
The Fifth Down is brought to you by Pratscapes Gift Shops. Unique, antique, vintage, and new, we've got it all for you. Gambles of Alpena. Family owned. Sales, parts, and factory trained technicians. Alpena Buick GMC. Alpena's volume selling leader on US 23 North Alpena. Wolverine State Credit Union. Homegrown. Once a member, always a member. Alpena Agency. Auto, home, life, health, and business. We make insurance easy. And Arzo's Amusement Park. Make all your wishes come true.